experiences have you had with dancing that made you learn the importance of, even when you have a bad night, even when you go through bumps in the road, just to stay with it and be consistent with your work ethic?
Oh yeah, I mean, in any job, of course, and there's going to be the bumps in the road, but like I said again, like, you just have to think about the good times, the really great show that you have where you got a lot of feedback, and like I use that to keep me going. I mean, every now and then you get that one guy that's a real jerk, or scowling girls at the stage and, trying to intimidate you or something, like their boyfriend brought them, they don't really want to be there, and they're jealous and they're watching him, There's all these little situations, but you just basically have to keep going with, the love of doing it.
Right. Well, that's great. That's absolutely right. I totally agree. Also, what is the importance of having a good mentor, boyfriend, best friend, people around you who really support what you do and encourage you?
That is extremely important. I mean, a lot of features have boyfriends, husbands, and it really only works if the other person is okay with it.
Right.
And then, there's a lot of time you're going to be away. They have, it's a special man, really.
Absolutely.
To be with someone who's a feature. But it is so important because, you're entertaining, you're out there constantly, often away, so you need that support system. Mine, I would say, is my agent. I call her all the time, and, she always, because she actually was a feature herself years ago, and, Playboy model and all that, so she knows, and she's very caring. So I call her quite a bit for advice and, encouragement. Sometimes I'm like, what's going on? This is getting rough. But, I mean, if you're going to be in a relationship, that other person absolutely has to be okay with what you're doing, because otherwise it's rough. I mean, it's a lot of other girls I know have, broken up their relationships because, there's the jealousy or being away and all that's involved. So it's really important to have somebody to kind of back you up and pick you back up when you're down.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I know from my experience that I would not have been able to be a dancer, much less going into featuring, without my fiance's support and dedication and just supporting me and understanding and listening to me when I'm coming home crying and saying, hey, get back in there, get your A game on.
Yeah.
So if you facilitate your ladies to have this respect for themselves, they'll be able to give your customers the respect that they deserve. And we all know this is one of the wealthiest businesses out there, and we haven't even tapped in to our potential on this. So where can we go? Imagine if your women who are your sales force trained and able to utilize nonverbal communication skills and effectively create a winning experience for your customer every time possible and maximize that effect. If you have a club like that, you're going to have customers coming back to your place of business over and over. And not just because guys are horny. We all know that that's what gets them in the door. But you will create an experience that they will long for and that they will want to be part of. Thank you.